Good evening, everyone, and welcome in to our band show. It feels like only a few weeks ago we were just here doing this thing live with you, and we're back with more amazing music. That's right, I am your host, Christian Ivanko. We absolutely are thrilled that you are here yet again. Welcome in the Our Band Show community. Tonight we are thrilled to welcome to you a Poughkeepsie powerhouse, the one and only Ghost Chant. Gentlemen, take it away. Yeah, definitely. That is how it's done. It is so incredible to have you guys in studio. I've been really looking forward to this one. It's been a while since I've seen some of you guys. We all used to kick it all the time at our beloved Chance Theater, which we all unfortunately waved goodbye to not too long ago. But it's still great that music connects us and we're still able to find ways to jam. So, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to welcome for the first time, but not the last time tonight, Ghost Chant to the show. Gentlemen, how are you?
What's happening?
Hey. Thank you for having us.
Guys, that was absolutely incredible. You guys know that you're great at music. We know that. And I hope the audience is feeling the same way because so tight, so well rehearsed. The syncopation. Danny, you have like that one measure in that song where it's like da, 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 da. And it's just perfect. You know, it's like there's not a single bit of noise bleed in between all of those catches. I'm blown away right now. I know everyone's feeling the same way at home. And thank you all so much for tuning in. We have so many people watching live with us. It's going to be a great night. So Ghost Chant, amazing band, amazing people. For those of our band show audience members who may be meeting you for the first time, which if you are, thank you for coming back. We appreciate you tuning in every month. Where can they get started with you? What is the history here? Can you kind of take us from the beginning of your story and work us up to where we are right now?
Yeah, for sure. So Mike, Matt, and I used to play music together previously in another band about 5 or 6 years ago. And as that band was kind of coming to its end, we didn't want to stop playing music together. We didn't want to like just stop doing it all together, but we did want to do something different. So we kind of were discussing options, what we kind of wanted to do musically, sonically, sound-wise. And we were at the same time like also looking for people to incorporate into it, maybe like, you know, some like fresh blood, fresh ideas to something that we had already built over the 2 or 3 years of playing together already. And Gus and I have been talking about playing music together for like the better part of 12 years. Give or take. There's like every year there's a Facebook post of mine, if you go to like the memories of me tagging Gus in a post talking about like making music together, and then here we are all these years later still doing it. So yeah, we started off on New Year's Day. Actually, everybody had off work. We had talked about jamming. Gus had just met everybody like 2 or 3 weeks earlier, and it just kind of clicked. We all got together. We all made each other laugh, and like it just made a lot of sense. And I think we talked about this before. Like I think our first practice, we had pretty much written half of the first song we ever put out. So like things just clicked really quickly for how we developed as a band in general. And then we took a few months to write, and we put out a song. We shot a video, and the video was actually shot by Brandon before he was in the band. Brandon's always kind of been a part of the band as a whole. He's been there since like day one. He took our first photos. He shot our first video. He's always been there when we play shows live. He's always taken amazing shots of ours, and so he's been there kind of since like the original like iteration of the band as a whole. And so you know, fast forward a couple months, a couple years, and our previous bassist Luke had decided to step away to focus on other things in life, you know, and we went for a little while without bass, you know, live and things like that. And it just kind of clicked one day to be like, yo, Brandon, like, got any interest in playing with us? You've been around for so long. You know our stuff. You know us and the vibe we put out. And it just made so much sense. And, you know, he was super awesome and gracious enough to be like, yeah, I want to do this. I want to be a part of this. I like what you do. I've always liked it. I've always been a part of it. So from that point forward, Brandon's going on almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
As a member of the band, and I think like just who we are as a whole makes so much more sense now as a unit, just personality wise, vision. Like it's just kind of, this couldn't be any other way than the five of us as we are.
Yeah, that's awesome. I remember when I was watching, doing my homework and just sort of really rocking out is what it was. These past few weeks preparing for this episode, in the Nada live recording sessions, who's holding the camera? Ricky Martin and Brandon. And so then I was like full circle, right? And
Yeah.
so Brandon, why don't you tell me a little bit about what that's been like for you, you know?
It's been great. I mean, you know, for me, being a fan first and kind of like being a part of it was really cool. So while on the outside, like a lot of these songs have kind of been there and been there for me through hard times. So while I wasn't there for the writing process, for me, it still means a lot to be part of these songs and kind of get to channel the energy that I've felt for these songs and this music, and kind of feel it and get to kind of like expel that energy on stage.
Yeah, for sure. And you know what? Let's unpack that a little more. Let's talk about the energy. Let's talk about the feel for the music. And let's start with Matt. You know, it doesn't seem like an easy task to play drums in Ghost Chant, but it seems very seamless for you. What's your approach and how do you feel you contribute to the sound?
It's surprisingly easy. No, these guys, they make it easy for me, but I mean, I have a very visual approach to my drum writing. I pretty much do it all in my head, and then I put it on pen and paper, and then I just do it. So pretty much anything I can think of in my mind, I kind of just, if I can think it, I can play it type thing. So these guys come to me with a riff or something. Like as soon as I hear it, I've already it's already in the works. Like I've got stuff in my head that I'm already hearing. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this with this. I'm gonna do this here, and yeah, it's really just a process of a lot of visualization and moving things around in my head, and then actually doing it and executing.
Yeah, for sure, and it's executed masterfully.
Oh,
I
thank
will
you.
say. Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
I've always
Definitely
been
try.
a fan of your drumming since the early days. Since when I first played shows with you guys way back when we'd go up to Albany at Bogies or something, and I try not to get punched in the nose so I didn't get yelled at by my mom the next morning. I've always playing shows with you been enamored by what you bring to the table. But you have two amazing guitar players as well.
True.
Who add a lot to this amazing lineup, and I say that because at times it's so subtle. But if you take that lead out, right, or if you take that pattern out, it's a unit, and it's all working together in such a perfect way. So Mike and Gus, why don't you guys sort of talk to me? Let's start with Mike, and then we'll build up to the leads with Gus, like your approach to contributing to the sound and the songwriting process.
Gus and I have like drastically different writing processes. I'm like the most caveman, old school style. Like I just record something on my phone, kind of have the rhythms mapped out, the structure a little bit, and then like classic old school, just kind of jam with Matt, and then kind of bring it to the band. And I don't know, I don't really have like much of a process. It's just I just kind of let the guitar do its thing. I don't think about it. I just kind of let the music come out of me. I can't like explain it really. It's just kind of songs just kind of happen. And if they don't happen, I put the guitar down and we'll pick it up the next day. I don't know. It's just, I'm just getting my emotions out. And if they're not there that day, they're not there that day. But they'll probably be there the next day. But I don't want to speak too much on Gus's writing process, but he could take it away.
Yeah, it's usually I like to write songs to completion when I can. Sometimes it'll just be like a 30-second clip, but I like to hear it how it is in my brain in a complete form. So I'll go kind of above and beyond and add a bunch of different production elements and stuff, so that way when I present it to the guys, it's like, hey, here's a finished song, and then we will take it, pick it apart, rearrange it, and that's usually how on my end, some of the songs take shape. I like to have kind of a full-fledged idea, and honestly, it's a lot of flow state. I'll sit down and try to write, nothing will come out. And then a lot of the demos are named like late for work because literally 7 o'clock in the morning, an idea strikes and I sit in front of my computer and try to work it out. And all of a sudden I have the first half of a song, and then I can come home and finish it after, kind of listening to the demo a little bit throughout the day. So, but thankfully I'm in a band with a bunch of extremely talented musicians. So I know that if I write something, these guys are going to have no problem taking that and translating it live, especially, Matt, he is such a tight drummer that I can program anything. And I know that he'll be able to take it, make it his own, but absolutely slay whatever I write. So yeah, being with a group of talented musicians makes my job writing songs so much easier because there's no guessing as to if we can do this. It's just, we're going to do this. So
I feel like too many compliments have gone my way, and I need to send one back Gus's way, because Gus is like one of the most proficient musicians I've like ever had the pleasure to play with, like in all facets of music. Like he can play piano, he can sing, he can play guitar. I'm pretty sure like if I couldn't do it, he could play drums. Like I've never seen it, but I feel like he can probably still somehow do it. And all the other, this is like the greatest group of guys, like most proficient musicians I've ever played with across the board. So I'm super happy to be doing it.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, I totally sense that and pick up on that energy and that vibe. Speaking of vibes, guys, we have a killer vibe in the chat right now. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching our band show. it's a lot of work, but it always is so much fun, and it's great that we can share this with you month in and month out. So if you like what we do here, every month we bring a band, just like Ghost Chant, into our studio. We broadcast them live on the internet. All we ask in return is that maybe you guys subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video with a friend. It will help the show, but most importantly, it'll help the band. And we know you guys are digging the band, so definitely help them out and show them some love. Drop some ghost emojis in the chat or ask a question. There's another interview coming up in just a little bit where we'll be talking about some recent big and very exciting news that the band just shared. In case you missed it, we'll be sort of, dissecting some fun tour moments and a whole bunch more. So don't go anywhere, guys. We are just at the start of this thing, and it's just a pleasure to share the stage with Ghost Chant and to share the evening with the audience yet again. So with that said, we're going to jump into a batch of music. Coming right up is a song called Like Hell. And before we play it, it is one of my favorite songs, if not my favorite, of Ghost Chant. Dan, can you tell us a little bit about the meaning behind this song?
Yeah. So Like Hell to me, my writing process, the way I write songs and things like that, I'm very, I take the things that are going on around me, so to speak. So like it's a very situational type thing, but the entire song as a whole is just about kind of letting go and like releasing your kind of vulnerability to the world and to the people around you and the people that matter, and just hoping that in that process that you kind of realize that there is kind of like a safety in that you can be comfortable and be who you are and things like that, but also that like the people that you share it with are gonna cherish it the same way, and the people that don't, are the ones that you're gonna kind of like weed out as a whole. So like for this one specific, it's more or less about like release. It's like an internal battle. It's releasing kind of the binds around yourself and you as a person, the emotions that you feel, and allowing yourself to be something different and be a different person, and also kind of just accept that we all have flaws and we all have things that we work through every day, and that it's just these are the internal battles and the internal conversations we have.
Beautiful. Fellas, please take it away. Ladies and gentlemen, we are happy to present to you Like Hell by Ghost Chant live on our band show.
Sacrifice the blood to your condition, and now bury my mouth and over me. Burn me at both ends and leave my ashes in the grave. Simply coming prisons, I remain a victim of your grace. Gravity still in your pocket, carry me with you. A moose like rocket, give me birth, all the strain I lead. Rushing around your throat, living on your side, so you can come and go. This is where I'll bury what remains, the captain in the chain. This is where I go when I'm alone. Faded light, as I close my eyes, and I'll become what I hate. And to you I am a failure. The 4 years that we wasted, I haven't slept in what feels like years. Rushing around your throat, living on your side, so you can come and go. This is where I'll bury what remains, a fragment in the chain. This is where I go when I'm alone. Rushing around your throat, living on your side, so you can come and go. This is where I'll bury what remains, a fragment in the chain. This is where I go when I'm alone. Grind my bones to reveal my worth, lost in the ash from the fires of your past. There's nothing left here to hold on to. Burn it down, living a life like hell. Round me, I would love to in the cold, begging for the sun. I live there in the dark, and you never know. You got your demons, we're waiting to go close. We're spread across your bedroom floor, and that's all I am and more. I close my eyes and rest my head in the hopes that I'll find sleep. Erase the madness and the static in my head, floating silently down the rabbit hole I go, trapped in the void that I spent gold, grasping my wrist while blindly I sing. There is no calm in the silence, meeting me inside my dream, making movements of my memories, trapped beneath, stealing it from inside me, and nothing can save me, giving myself to the dirt. Take hold of all the things you never told, making a martyr out of who I used to be, and nothing can save me. Sweep the dirt over my skin, let the grains melt together the space between. Let the earth grab hold until I'm one with the gravity. Build back the bridge once left, I'm in love. Now discovered what she takes, shooting arrows from the poison, giving myself to the dirt. Take hold of all the things you never told, making a martyr out of who I used to be, and nothing can save me. No love, no pain, no future, no pain, no love, no pain, no future, no pain.
So thank you guys so much for being a part of this. We really do appreciate you guys tuning in and checking us out and giving us this opportunity to do this. So, thank you. Sleep Talk.
Something touches melted paper, breaking my eyes to new acquaintances. Tragic moments left to drown in myself down. For all the ego I put out into the world, I never thought these words would leave my mouth. I felt like you were sleeping, and for the first time in my life, a cover built inside of bleeding, and everything for once felt right. I swear to God I must be dreaming. I've been a fool so many times, but you have given my life meaning. You're the only thing that I have done right, and I swear I loved you when I met you. And it took me so long to admit, took all my faults and gave me truth, and these fears will no longer persist. Your embrace has left me shaking. Loneliness is a good thing to share with somebody. Loneliness is a good thing to share with somebody. Loneliness is a good thing to share with somebody. Loneliness is a good thing to share with somebody. Somebody!
Yeah, incredible. And I know I've said that quite a bit, but it's just the truth. You guys are absolutely incredible, and I think everyone at home knows that they're in for a real treat tonight. And if you guys are just tuning in, if you're just joining us, thank you for showing up to our band show. There was a lot of different things you could be doing with your Saturday night, and we appreciate you choosing us. With that said, we are joined by Ghost Chant live in the studio, so if you guys want to support the band, the best thing you can do is find them on their social media. Guys, what is the handle there?
It's pretty much Ghost Chant NY, I think, across the board. I think that's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It's just Ghost Chant NY.
Awesome. And it's at our band show. If you want to support and follow us, we are on Instagram, Facebook, and of course, if you guys want to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with a friend, it will not only help our show, but it will help the band and all the past bands. We have so much more show in store for you guys. Was that the right tense? So much more of a show in store for you guys this evening. And yes, I did do that little stutter step on purpose. I thought it'd be a fun moment. And another fun moment is when we get to introduce my co-producer and the man behind the switchboard making this show happen for all of us, Patrick W. Huber. Pat, welcome to the show. How are you doing, man? Woo! Wow, yeah, clap for Pat.
Killing it, bud.
And the crew and
Pat
everyone
fans.
involved.
And the crew, of course.
A great show so far. I'm enjoying every single song and just rocking out back here in the studio.
Yeah, it has been a great show. I mean, the band is incredible. The chat came to party as per usual. It's an awesome night.
Sweet. Yeah, 100%. For sure. Thank you for being here. To all of you, it's great having you, and I'm pretty sure the rest of the sets are going to be pretty exciting.
Yeah, I agree. And Pat, correct me if I'm wrong, but the band had some exciting news happen recently. Is that true?
Yeah, 100%. Basically, I guess congratulations are in order. You just signed some sort of deal, and you're going to tell us about it. You're going to tell your audience, our audience, and basically tell us what's on the horizon for Ghost Chant.
Is that me? Okay, cool. Yeah, we recently partnered up with the fine folks over at Revival Records, or Revival Recordings. We're super excited about the opportunity to work with them and work on some new music for everybody. We're hitting the studio in April, so we're going to have some new tunes next year, and it's honestly some of the best stuff we've ever put out. But the folks over at Revival are awesome. They've been super welcoming to us, and we're just beyond excited for the opportunity to work with them.
Yeah. No, I mean, if it's anything like the energy in the room that you guys are conveying today, as you've been so great to work with, I feel like whoever you guys choose to partner with, you definitely made a great decision, because this is Ghost Chant, in my opinion, is just like a gem. And I'm glad to have people around you now that can help spread the word. So with these new tunes are coming. What can we expect? What's the future hold? You're going to put tunes out, get in a van perhaps? Why don't you guys tell me, though?
Yeah, I mean, it's some of the heaviest stuff we've ever written.
For sure.
It's
You wrote a song with 2 breakdowns.
yeah, it's
We doubled down.
Not
It's
one,
wild.
but 2.
Yeah, there's a lot of pit to pit
Yeah,
action.
there's a lot of pit. It's super. They're super aggressive and fast paced, which is we've done that before. We've dabbled with it, but I think the focus on the newer stuff is kind of like just super high energy, like just balls to the wall, like explosion the whole way through. Like we're not straying away from like the sometimes softer elements that we incorporate in what we do. That's still there for sure. But I think when it came to writing this record, at the time when we began writing, there was just so many things going on in our like personal lives and things like that. So like, I think the writing just lent itself to those situations and where we were at the time of writing. And then like, I think sonically, I think we're just doing things that we've never done before in terms of like exploring with different sounds. And, like there's no such thing as a bad demo or a bad thing being sent into the group. Like that's just not something we do. We encourage and welcome pretty much every idea that gets thrown out there. Sometimes it gets used, sometimes it doesn't. But like for this new stuff, we're definitely taking things in a different direction. We have some songs that have kind of like more of a rock and roll kind of riffy to it, but then we have some things that are just kind of straight in your face, action packed, like front to back, all the way through. But again, we didn't like lose those softer elements. We still have that as part of what we're doing. So, honestly, I think I completely echo what Gus had said. Like this is definitely like the best stuff I think we've ever written, and taking our time with it has like been super helpful. When we first started, we were kind of like pumping out material in a way, which I don't think was a bad thing by any means. I just think when it came to the writing process, we kind of took a step back and said, like, let's really dissect what we're putting out there and dissect what we're writing to like bare bones, and then building off of it together. So like Gus was saying before, like the way his writing process is, he'll demo something and send it to us. And we might say, okay, let's extend this here. Let's cut this here. Let's move this to the front, this to the back, and like really focus on that. So I think the new stuff that's going to come out is going to be like it's just going to be so exciting to put it out. And then, yeah, I mean, we're very, very much looking forward to hitting the road pretty hard next year. Like we don't have anything planned at the moment. We're kind of really focusing on writing right now, since Gus had said we hit the studio in April. So focus right now has been write and get things ready for that. But the second we are set with that and ready, like it's just going to be as much on the road as we can do.
I can't wait. I'm very excited for the new tunes, and I know we can't hear them quite at the moment, but one thing we can do, and something that I'm very interested in, is you guys are very dynamic. Like you said, Dan, there's a lot of elements that you bring. It's you have those softer, sweeter moments, and now you have songs down the pipeline with 2 breakdowns. So you can really merge 2 worlds, and I think you guys do it really well. So where do your influences come from? What are some of the bands, artists that have inspired you to sort of pick up the sticks or the strings, or grab a mic and maybe not directly resemble or appear in the songwriting process, but certainly made an impact on you? I'd love to know. Let's start with Dan.
For me, I think it's pretty obvious in terms of like my writing style and my vocal style and the style of music that we play. But I'm a massive Poison the Well fan. They're my favorite band of all time. For those of you who don't know who they are, you should
Poison
definitely
the
check
Blank
them out.
Well.
Like, you should definitely check them out. But yeah, they're such a big influence on me, because they were one of those bands in like the late 90s, early 2000s and beyond that really didn't shy away from emotion when it came to writing. They write love songs. They write heartbreak songs. They write things like that. And that's always resonated with me, because to me, the best way to reach people is to be relatable and to write things that people can connect with. And that's always been a band for me that has been a heavier melodic hardcore band that had singing, that were not afraid to be softer. They have acoustic tracks on some of their records, but they've always had like a very, very special place in my heart, and it's one of the main reasons why I'm doing what I do now. I mean, the name Ghost Chant is a Poison the Well song. It's like an homage to the people who came before us doing what we're doing now in our own way.
Wow, that's really cool. I didn't know that. I also feel like I get a little bit of the poetry of a Have Heart listening to your music, and he's a great lyricist. So and you are as well. Gus, what about you? What are some of your influences?
I mean, just as a guitar player, it's funny because I play a lot more music outside of our genre on my own. I'm a huge blues fan, so most of the time sitting on my couch playing, blues licks on a guitar or something like that. Stevie Ray Vaughan, huge influence for me. But also like bands like Queen. I like interesting structures, and I like a lot of layers and dynamics in music. And you put on Queen's Night at the Opera and you're taken for a sonic journey. It's never just one style of song repeated 10 times. It is a whole ecosystem of music within one thing. And I like to think or take that approach when it comes to my inspirations for our music.
Yeah, I feel that in the way you play, for sure, especially the blues.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love me some blues as well. Matt, what about you, man? We're just going to go around the room here. I'm very curious.
I feel like my first influence, there was always a drum kit in my basement because my brother and my dad played drums. And then my brother was in a band, so I would go to, the Chant or Club Crannel or the Loft and watch local bands that way, go on to Pure Volume and check out new band. That was so awesome. I love that about my childhood, that I was able to go to a local show, not know any of the bands, not even check them out beforehand. And you leave finding one of your favorite bands by the end of the night. And you get to, really get up close and personal, meet these people. It almost feels like a family bond type thing, being in a part of the local scene. So that's why it's kind of a little frustrating seeing some of the venues close down now. But honestly, growing up seeing bands like The Morning Of, Just Surrender, love that stuff. And then honestly, my biggest musical influence probably would have to be, I know Gus mentions it a lot too, is the Seosin self-titled record. Sorry for Anthony Green fans, but I love that record so much. It's just one of the greatest musical collections. I don't know. It's so good. Their drummer's so good. Their guitarists are so good. The vocals are so good. The production is so good. It's just as a whole that made me really, really want to play music too. I love that record.
Yeah,
can't stop talking about it.
The Morning Of, that's a throwback. Great band.
Yeah.
Shine, So Mike, yeah, let's just go around the room. Like I said, these are great answers. I'm loving this.
I think growing up, there was always rock and roll just kind of playing in my house. So just classic rock in general is probably at the core of it, just where I started. My first concert I ever went to was The Who, and I was in 8th grade, and it was one of the most insane experiences. I could still hear Baba O'Reilly, I could visually see it, and it was so intense, and it was the most life-changing experience. And then I kind of got into music that was more for me, and that's when I discovered bands like Killswitch Engage and Every Time I Die. And that was actually my first show was Killswitch Engage, Every Time I Die, Dillinger Escape Plan, and Parkway Drive opened the show. I was 14 and my dad took me, and I can't thank him enough for going to that and letting me experience something that he probably has never seen before. And that moment is the reason I'm standing here. So just, I don't know, Killswitch Engage, I guess, Every Time I Die, and The Who.
Nice.
Yeah.
Great answers.
Yeah.
Parkway Drive would not be opening that bill today.
No,
but,
no. Literally people standing still type vibe to Parkway Drive.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
I've watched both of their documentaries on YouTube many times. Such a great story.
Yeah, it's wild. It was cool just to see that, even watching a band like Parkway Drive, seeing them open a show, then a year later they're on Warped Tour, 2 years later they're headlining Warped Tour. It almost gave me a perspective that these goals are attainable if you just do it. Realistically, just put in the effort and do it, because it's something we all do. Just do it.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
Brandon,
also-
what gave you that feeling early on?
So early on for me, it was about 13 or so, I went to my first concert. It was Avenged Sevenfold and Coheed and Cambria. And I remember the Civic Center. I remember seeing them and just being like, this is surreal. Like, these people I've only ever seen on TV. And then there they were in front of me performing. So it was one of like those larger than life experiences. And that same year I got my first guitar, and I sucked for a really long time. But I ended up going to a local show probably a year or so later, and ultimately I was just always obsessed with like the performing aspect of shows and concerts, and I wanted to be a part of that so badly. Seeing artists like the Devil Wears Prada, like in the early days when they were like throwing guitars around stage, like physically throwing them up in the air and catching them. Even like old like Fall Out Boy music videos, like Pete Wentz like rolling on people's backs and like throwing the bass around and swinging. That stuff was always really cool. So that made me, I just wanted to perform. And in terms of like writing music, I want to echo that Seosin record is just legendary, but I love the layers of a really good song. So bands like Circus Survive, like just the layers and the intricacies that are like in the background of a song, and like and the same thing goes for like Under Oath, like all those bands from, you know, a time ago, like the layers that are in the music and just the little nuances in every piece. I think they kind of build a song and make it more of an art piece than it is just a song. So for me, in terms of writing, those are some of the, like, the bigger influences.
Yeah, that's great. That first Under Oath record is, I mean, so many of them
Oh,
are
yeah.
amazing, but that first one especially.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of layers and, you know, things that were built with tender love and care, I want to bring Pat back into the conversation here, because a lot of hard work goes into making our band show. And, you know, Pat, we appreciate every single person who helps us time in and time out. Do we not?
Oh, of course, Christian. You know, basically, we have a great volunteer crew that comes and helps us out each and every episode. You know, and it's just fantastic that we have people that are passionate about making, you know, film and video, and really willing to support us and the bands that are out there. And, you know, I do want to throw one question out there specifically for Dan. You know, a while back, this Bring Me the Horizon mantra video came out, and I was totally into it. And I started listening to their back catalog and realized, like, hey, that's a different style of music. And that was kind of my like gateway into some harder songs. And then I kind of went further, and I was like, why there major shift in music? And I found out about Ali Sykes' like ruptured vocal cords. And so the first question that like pops into my mind, you know, you're doing 9 songs here tonight, Dan. You know, what is the vocal training to keep that healthy and really going forward with the style of music that you're, you know, doing?
For sure. When I was a lot younger, I used to do a very, very, very different style of vocal. It was way more, like you had said, like early Bring Me the Horizon, and it was a lot more like growly and kind of high pitched when I was younger, and that kind of began to take a toll. And it, like, I started realizing that there's something that I'm doing that doesn't make sense and isn't natural. So then I kind of switched up, and I started playing with ranges a little bit. And I grew up singing my whole life. It's always been something that has been around for me. Like my parents growing up were big into like music and singing along to songs in the car and stuff like that. So I never got any like professional vocal training or anything like that, but I did like learn techniques from people. And like it goes back to like chorus in 6th and 7th grade and stuff like that, where they teach you like diaphragm breathing and like you don't want to force it out. Anything that you're forcing is not going to come out good. It's not going to sound right, and you're going to hurt yourself. So after all those bands that I'd been in that were kind of more that style, I really started to realize I was hurting myself, and it didn't feel right. There was something that didn't click. So I started playing with different ranges and stuff like that, and I could still do those things, but they have to be minimal. So once I found like the range where I can kind of push it without hurting myself, and it's all from like the chest, it's all from the diaphragm, and like just the way you shape words and way you shape, like I'm big on enunciation, so I used to be able to just yell and kind of like scream, and it would be like it sounded good, but you couldn't tell a damn word I was saying. So I started focusing more on the breathing techniques, and there's a YouTube video. It's out there. You used to be able to like purchase it and stuff like that. And there's a lot of really great vocalists in our kind of genre of music, our element of the music world, called The Art of Screaming. I'm blanking on the woman's name, and I apologize.
Melissa Cross.
Yes, there you go. Exactly, yes. And she actually teaches these guys. There are like there's the vocalist Jake Lurs from August Burns Red. Like, she helped him shape his vocals, because if you listen to early August Burns Red, way back in the day, Thrill Seeker, the EP before that, he didn't sound great. There were things that he was missing, and then he worked with her, and now his range is absurd. The thing that this dude can do with his vocals is nuts. So I used to like look up the YouTube videos, and then this is back when like kind of like LimeWire was still a thing. So like I used to just like try to find bootleg of the whole videos rather than these like little segments on like early YouTube or like these MySpace videos that you used to be able to find and stuff like that. But they teach you like a lot of different techniques and stuff like that to not hurt yourself and to recognize when you're doing damage versus not. So like that's kind of like how I've been able to keep it going, and then just taking care of like your voice a little bit when you start to feel like something's going wrong. Like tea, man, hot tea and honey, like you're playing a show that night, and a bunch of your friends are coming out. They're old buddies of yours, and you're not feeling amazing. Don't have a beer with your buddies. Have a tea with honey. Like, recognize where you're starting to sound off. And I've had my nights where I've sounded off, and I've recognized it, and it was not giving people and giving these guys like my best. And that's not fair to them. It's not fair to the people who come. So like, I've like focused a lot more on just sound the best you can. If you feel something off, change it. Don't be afraid to change it. Just make sure that what you're putting out and the way you're putting it out is genuine and focused and clean, the best you can do it.
Yeah, words to live by. As a singer myself, I totally agree with everything you just said. It all comes full circle. At the top, I said, hey guys, pour a cup of tea and relax and chill out, and more reasons to pour some tea. Not only is it a nice calming thing to do on a Saturday night, it can help you out in a pinch vocally. With that said, we've had a lot of people help us out in a pinch throughout the course of this show's lifetime, and we just want to thank all of the past crew, and of course Eric Greenup, and want to thank my co-producer Patrick W. Huber as well for this amazing day, this amazing episode. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Do not go anywhere. We have a whole 6-7 songs left for you. There's a lot of music, a lot more rocking out to be had, and I think it's time we let the band do what it is they do best. Ghost Chant, can you guys please take it away into another set of music for us?
You miss? Well, could you ever be satisfied? Let the world lay at your feet. Would it be enough? Could it ever be enough? Will I ever be enough? Swallow razor blades. Isn't it just like me? Children regurgitate the stable shit apology. I find myself drawn in with the sway, flowing with the timing. I am the knot inside your throat. That's in the back of your head. Hear the filter lens when you're twisting your door. Could you look me in the eyes and believe in the love? Cause you deserve someone who sees you as too important to lose. If I repeat this life again, how will God remind me that I can't seem to separate? I can't deny my new lines for all of the times that you kept me here waiting for a chance to call you mine. And goddamn it, do I miss the idea I had of you? The idea of you. Is there a feeling you miss? Could you ever be satisfied? Let the world lay at your feet. Could it ever be enough? Enough. Enough. Could it ever be enough? Could it ever be enough? I swallow razor
So, let's do it.
What is this place? Where the hardwood on the halls now splintered into tarnished, the paperling and the plaster cracking, smudge marks on the door frames from years of use. As the baseline upon from nights of stumbling in, forgetting you're alone now. Forgetting you're alone now. Forgetting you're alone now. Tell those we've lost along the way, I got so much left to say, but my words escape. Just know it hurts to know you're not here today. And yes, the fluids, they do fail you. Your glass frame still half empty. A pessimist here now remains. The structure stands, the foundation now falters. To those we've lost along the way, I've got so much left to say, but my words escape. Just know it hurts to know you're not here today. And though we're not together, the love remains. No amount of cloth will shake this cold. No amount outer space will feel fulfilled. No, this isn't happiness. You're sacred, pulling me down below it. You're the sunrise, you're the sunrise, and I'm embracing sunlight. You're the ballet, look swirling, drown me in sweet convincing. You're the talents, you're the balance, I'm embracing slowly. Slowly fading.
So we released a song a couple months back that we had been working on for a while that I think we're all really proud of. And it is one of those songs that does kind of stand out from what we normally do, and it is it's like a lot of fun to play, and it's just a good fun song to just have a good time with, but also convey just a lot of like messages and things like that. So this is called I Know Everything.
I know everything. Everybody used to falsify my mind. All the clever words to justify your lies. Acting out moments with me only just to hide. All I can do is sit and wait for you. Let the guilt break down and tear us into a shell of someone you once knew. If it'll fix your heart, you know it's what I do. I know everything. Me to perfect your world just for someone else. Tracing your only lies as practice on ourselves, only to turn away and give it to yourself. I hope they know they got the leech, who will never be themselves. To show your hand and reveal yourself. All I can do is sit and wait for you. Let the guilt break down and tear us into the shell of someone you once knew. If it'll fix your heart, you know it's what I do. I know everything. You took from me. Everything that I gave. All the
Yeah. I don't want a second of the time I've spent hanging out with all of you guys at home this evening back. I mean, especially not here listening to Ghost Chant. They're absolutely incredible. I'm sure you guys realize that at this point. And we want to thank you all so much for hanging out with us. You know, we broadcast live once a month here at our band show, and it's always a pleasure to be joined by not only the amazing audience, not only the incredible crew we have, but a new talented band every month. So yeah, with that said, Pat, we have a whole history now, it seems, of past bands who have graced the stage like Ghost Chant, right?
Yeah, of course. It's basically that time of the show where we shout out some of the past guests, and we've decided to, go ahead and put together a little, video showing you the community calendar. So this is a little upgrade to the segment. So Christian, how do you feel about this upgrade? You've seen it. We previewed it. How does it look to you?
Pat, I mean, I don't want to toot your horn too much here, but I think it's some of your best work. It's really great. I think you guys are going to enjoy this and enjoy a little bit of the music from some of our past guests in the process.
Okay, yeah, let's get it rolling. So I hope everyone enjoys the community calendar. Check out the shows of our past bands, and also definitely subscribe to Ghost Chant and make sure that you're following them for their future shows as well.
Shout out to Billy from the Snorts, because I play in an emo cover band called America Offline with him. He's their guitar player, and they were the last band here, I believe. Woo. Shout out.
We're getting younger and the nights roll on and on. And Faster Pussycat is still the best band in town. They got the best riffs and the bluesiest rock and roll sound. And if you step into the gutter, I'd be glad to show you around. Come out now, wherever you are. Come out now, there's no hiding anymore. I was so afraid of losing what I made. Maybe a friend, maybe a lover, just someone to bring home. That night, any night, it was good enough for me. I was fucked up, I was carried about all the wrong things I had in my head. Maybe you don't know me, maybe you don't see me, but I thought that we had something here. I've been staring at the sky all night, looking for a weird glowing light, something that will beat me up and out of sight. Hey, been a while, how you been? How easy would that be to send? I always meant to, but in the end I never did. Okay, I remember the bend. I didn't drink back then, but you never cared. You wore a smile and helped me fit in. The bonfire burns a silent flame like the aching of my soul. I swear I saw a picture of you. Another lifetime, I suppose we'd be thick as thieves, my friend. I swear I saw a picture of you.
Hope that if you guys like some of the music you heard, you'll go and support those bands first and foremost, head out to one of their upcoming shows, and maybe even check out one of their past sessions right here from our band show. Speaking of looking ahead and maybe supporting some incredible musicians, Ghost Chant, please share with the audience and take all the time you need to let them know where they can find you, what they can expect, anything you have coming down the pipeline and more.
For sure. So Instagram at Ghost Chant NY. That's usually like the easiest place to reach us. Facebook, obviously, Ghost Chant NY, Twitter, or X, I guess, even though it's still twitter.com. But, whatever, these things happen. You can find us there. What else? We still got that TikTok going there, Gus?
Yeah, we got TikTok.
You got the TikToks? Is it Ghost Chant NY?
Yes.
It's Ghost Chant NY?
Everything Ghost Chant NY.
Everything
nice
is
and
Ghost
easy.
Chant NY. Nothing changes.
That's
It's just
also the website, right?
that is the website.
We have merch.
We have merch, yeah. Merch online.
Merch online,
Ghost
I
Chant
feel
NY.
like.
We're going to update it soon because we just got back from the road a couple days ago. And
Where can we find that website to pick up a shirt? if we'd like to do it?
GhostChantNY.com.
Okay.
Super simple. Literally, once Ghost Chant NY became a thing, we just said we're just going to put it on everything so you don't have to like constantly change things and have a billion different things. So that's where you can find us. We're going to be hitting the studio again in April. We are hyper focused on that right now, and then starting in the new year, we'll start playing some more shows again. Now that we're done with our last little run, it's just writing now, and to provide something that's true and genuine to us, but also something that we hope everybody will enjoy.
Definitely. This next song is an oldie but goodie. It's one of my personal favorites of yours, and we hope you guys will enjoy it in just a few moments. And we'd like to thank the audience one last time for joining us, hanging out with us here at our band show. I have been your host, Christian Ivanko. It's always a pleasure, and it's always so much fun and so easy when we have amazingly talented bands as we do each month. So thank you to everyone at home who chose to spend their Saturday evening with us. It really does mean a lot. Subscribe, like, comment, share this with a friend. It will help us a little bit. It will greatly help the artists. And with that said, I really like these last few songs. Now, I don't know, Dan, is there anything else you want to say before we jump into the last little bit of music here this evening?
Yeah, just, thank you guys so much for having us and letting us be a part of this. This has been a super fun and eventful day, which has been great. The professionalism here is second to none. Bands that are interested in doing something like this, I would highly suggest reaching out and seeing if there's a way you guys can collab. Pat and Christian have been phenomenal. The crew has been awesome. Everybody has been so gracious to us and everything like that. And then for everybody listening, it's part of our live show. We like to just let people know that, time in our lives is a very valuable resource. You never get any more. You only lose time. And it's phenomenal that there are people out there who chose to take their precious time, their resource, that something that you never get back, and you chose to spend it with us. You chose to give us this opportunity to do this and play for you guys, and that's not lost on us at all. It is one of the things that we take to heart so very, very much, the fact that people give us their precious time on this earth and enjoy what we do. And so we just thank you guys so much for letting us be a part of this and do this for you guys, and we hope to see everybody in the future.
It's our pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last time tonight, we're going to be signing off with two incredible songs for you. Ghost Chant, please take it away with a personal favorite, Paradise.
Paradise. You wanted paradise. It's like stepping off the curb at a green light. Traffic's coming hard, and it still feels right. I lie awake at night, drifting away in low light, counting my demons in plain sight, trying hard to avoid these fights. I can't replace the thought of ever waking up, finding myself trapped in life. It just never felt right. I can't shake this overwhelming melancholy. I can't fight it, knowing to you I just a regret. Now taking time, taking measures to realize, fighting everything I feel inside, living to die tonight. You want it, you want it, you want it, paradise. You want it, you want it, you want it, paradise. paradise is like stepping off the dirt at a green night. Traffic's coming hard, but it still feels right. And I'm so sorry for what I wanna do. I try so hard to stay strong, but it's calling me. You wanted paradise. You wanted paradise. My heart is pounding. My heart is racing. And I'm so sorry for what I wanna do. I tried so hard to stay strong, but it's calling me.
Thank you guys so much. This is Nothing Worth Keeping.
I think we should stay here and fight. We become too complacent. We turn our backs from right here tonight. We should penetrate the sky and sever off our wings. Cling to our rails, pretending that everything's alright, when nothing's alright. No, nothing's alright. Nothing worth keeping is easy. Nothing worth loving's just fine. We should tear you open from the inside. And remember why you gave yourself to it. I won't wrap myself in every word you said. Tie your promise to my wrist until they bled. Load your loving glances in the barrel and put your set in touch between my teeth. And let our memories pull the trigger. Pull the trigger for me. Nothing worth keeping is easy. Nothing worth loving, just fine. We should tear you open from the inside. And remember why you gave yourself to it. Nothing worth keeping is easy. Nothing worth loving's just fine. It should tear you open from the inside. And remember why you gave yourself to it. Take these broken hands and add them with blood. So turn me a new way to fill the world again. Tired from it too much myself and blood. Bye.